Good morning, everyone. It is still morning. I thought I should double check that. So, sorry, I've got like notifications going off all over the place. I have to just turn my do not disturb on here. There we go. Because for some reason I had like a computer shut down yesterday that was like not very fun. So I'm not really sure what happened there. But so I'm gonna assume we're all updated today and this will go okay. So yesterday I got both my Craft with Heart boxes. So I thought we would do an unboxing and hey Rachel, and then we will make some of the cards because they're really cute. I didn't actually look at them very carefully, but they have one of my favorite new embellishments in it, which are these stinking cute flower confetti. They're like iridescent. So I thought, okay, I think we need to put some of these together. So, for whoever doesn't know anything about Craft with Heart, it is close to my heart's answer to a subscription box. So, it comes in a box with everything you need except for your adhesive. And so there's a craft one. There is a card one as well as a scrapbooking one. And they are completely different than products from that idea book, from papers that we currently have, um, because it's a different kind of product, right? So everything comes in the box for you to put it together. So obviously in the scrapbooking one, you have to add your photographs and adhesive. The thought process is that you could use it anywhere from a beginner to somebody more advanced. So today I'm going to put them together exactly the way they have them illustrated. So I thought first off, we'll just look at the details. So this is, like I said, every quarter there is they're different between the cards and the scrapbooking pages. So I should really not say that. Oops, I keep knocking my camera. Um, but this is the January to April card making subscription box. So, and you can choose different ways to order it. So, depending on the way you order it, it can make it cheaper or more expensive. So you can just um, try it, and if you want, you could go to a year, or you could just go in for a year, and that's where your savings incurs. So the card making one, you receive a new card making kit featuring an exclusive stamp set, a variety of cut above cards designed every 4 months. So you can subscribe for 4 months or 12 months for the card making one. And they are as low as $59.50. So the deal gets better when you do the year because it makes the shipping much a better deal. And then there is the scrapbooking one, which I will probably do in a different live because it's much more, there's a lot more to it. And when I do that unboxing, I need photographs for those layouts, and I haven't, they literally just came yesterday. So, first off, they come in a stinking cute little box. I actually have them all sitting in my shelving unit. I find something to put in them every time. Okay, so the first thing that comes is there's like a little instruction sheet. So it's color photos of how to put them together. And like I said, we're going to do that today. We'll see how if we get all 12 done. I'm not sure we will, but we'll start. Okay, so the first thing I had to pull out of here because they were so cute were the colored envelopes. And they've done this, I want to say every time, but I'm not, I'm pretty sure every time. So they're not white envelope. So there's pink and a green and like a orangey color, orangey yellow. Um, and so they'll coordinate with the cards, right? So it's nice. It's a little bit, just a little bit different than the plain white envelope. Okay, and then there's always an embellishment. And like I said, we're going to use these. So these are new in the January, February idea book. So they're like these little iridescent flowers. So there's shakers in here, and they are the heart shakers. So we're going to fill the heart shakers with these little iridescent flowers. And so when they're iridescent, right, they take on the color of the project you're working on, right? So they're like white or like an off-white, a clear, and they're all little flowers and little tiny stars. So I see those are going to be everywhere today. Okay, and then there's a stamp set that's exclusively also designed for the Craft with Heart. Sorry, I just have something over my screen. So it comes by itself, and there's a variety of stamps. So for this one, so there's Love You Always, sending many prayers your way, full of love. Congrats. Thanks for everything. Just a note. Thanks so much. Let's celebrate. You're kind of the best ever, just because. Welcome to the world. Thinking of you during this difficult time. Birthday wishes. Oh, that's super weird. There's no wishes on my stamp set. Okay, well, I'll have to email them about that. And I don't see it in my box. So then there's a little black ink. So we won't be using that sentiment today. There's a little black ink in here. And there is this little block. So it is a block that you can use for all the sentiments in the box. It's different than our normal, regular, my acrylic blocks. Obviously, it's much thinner, and it doesn't have like the finger holes. It doesn't have the line, but it's perfectly okay to stamp with, especially if you're just learning to stamp. So you don't have to invest in blocks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's not in the box. It must have fallen off at some point. Okay, and then the cards come, they're vacuum sealed. So they work very much like any of the cut above. So there's like a base and then things to add on to it. So the cards are all pre-printed, like it's like super easy. So they're all just pre-printed on the front, and then we're going to add things onto them. So it looks like a Polaroid, right? But it's completely flat. And these are really good for mailing too, right? Little hearts. Little watercolor, the border. So yeah, everything's pre-printed. And the neat thing too is it's on the back of the card. So when it's folded, it's on the back side too. Little flowers. It looks like ripped paper, but it's completely flat. Some florals. A little rainbow of colors. I decided we should do this because yesterday they announced we have 2 more weeks of critical code red lockdown. So I'm not going anywhere. So I figure we might as well do something productive instead of moping. Some plaid. Ooh, a little ombre with some yellow on top. Okay, so I think now I have them all backwards. So yeah, okay. So we're going to put them back this way so we can work through the pile. Okay. Okay, so those are all our card bases. And then these sheets are like the cut above part, right? So there are sheets for every card. So, and it says, it's really clear on here, card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. And then there's 2 sets because you make 2 of every card. We're not going to make 2 of every card. We're going to make 1. But we're just going to divide these and I'll set them aside. So, and they have changed the cut above since the very beginning. In the very beginning, some of them were very difficult to punch out, but these are actually super easy to punch out. They almost punch out themselves. Okay, so here we go. Now, and I'm not going to use my Versamat, I'm just going to use the foam that came in the box. Okay, so then we're going to, so they've given you the directions for the shaker so that you know how to put the shakers together. There's a few tips. Okay, so here we go. And our first card up is a shaker card. So the one thing I'm going to grab is my anti-static pouch, just because I like that for a shaker window. Now I'm standing up. Now you know I'm getting serious. Okay, so we're looking for just a note. Here we go. And I'm going to use my regular blocks because they are better. Like I said, the other ones are perfectly fine to use, but I am going to use my other blocks. But I will use my ink spot because we might as well. Well, it was sealed well. It was actually taped shut. I should have looked at that before. Let me just clean up that ink. Okay. It was taped shut, so it like exploded when I opened it. Okay, so, and then I actually probably should have wet my stamp chamois, but okay, we're gonna just go with it here. So I need the parts for card 1. So we're gonna make a heart shaker on there. And this is our piece for stamping our sentiment. So it's very jumpy today. It could just be me too. I'm just going to get a scrap piece of paper here. I tripped over something in the garage the other day and like face planted onto the ground. And so it was 2 days ago, and yesterday wasn't bad. And then today I can feel the bruising has started on my arms, and my shoulders are sore, but nothing broke, so we're all good. Okay, so just a note. There we go. Okay, and we need our card base. I'm just gonna move these to the side. Okay, and we'll fold our card. I'm telling you guys, this is like super quick. And one day before Christmas, I hadn't done my last box, and I thought, you know what, this is a good little project to keep me busy. And I always forget how quickly they actually go together. But it's nice. You just have then like a pile of cards to pull from. So right before Christmas, I did a pile of thank you cards. And like that was more that, like, because you can switch out the sentiments depending on, you don't have to do them. There's typically two sentiments that fit into the same space. So, okay, I'm just going to add the back of my heart. Just got to make sure I've got my card going the right direction. So I'm just adding my heart. Okay, and then we need our shaker parts. So this is one of the new shapes from the annual. So there's hearts, stars, rectangles, and squares to go with the circles. So there's a back piece and it's covered in foam. You just need the outside piece. So I'm just going to take my piercing tool, and the little squares will save and use on other projects or on these cards. So I've just broken it from the inside pieces all the way around. I'm just going to gently pull it up. If you pull too hard, then you'll like knock the shape out. But then I'm just going to lay it on top of my heart here. I'm trying not to get my head in your camera angle. Okay, I should cover up this ink because we just saw the accident I had just had. Okay, I'm just going to put down a little powder. And hey guys, we are just putting together my Craft with Heart card making subscription that came yesterday. So there is a film on the cover to your shaker piece. So you just need to remove that so you don't have a film on there. Okay, and then let's get our flowers here. And I'm going to drop some in here. So you don't want to like stuff it so full that they're not going to move, because the whole fun part about the shaker is the actual shaking of your card. Okay, and another thing, when you are playing with shakers and the covers, you're going to want some liquid glass because that's the best thing to stick your acetate down, like your top onto your acetate. So I'm just now lifting off just the backing, and I have one flower right here. That I don't want there. Okay, and then, so now this piece will hide the little foam So I'm just going to glue it down with my liquid glass. Whoever watches me knows that I love liquid glass. I would use it even if it probably wasn't the right glue. I love the fact that it's super strong. It is, and it dries quickly. When I was making the, I just have lots on the tip here. When I was making the home, sweet home sign, I started out with my one with the fine tip on it, but I was using so much liquid glass, I actually opened up a different bottle that was new. So what happened was I left this one sitting on my desk. So I think I have glue in the end. So I might have to soak this tip. So I think I'm just going to grab my other bottle. I left it open sitting there, of course, because I got distracted. So we will just use this one. I think this is the one I opened. Is that ever interesting? Because I don't see it sitting in front of me on my desk. So I think it's open. I know this is like riveting crafting going on right now. Okay, now we are, there we go. So the one thing I will say is keep your lid on. And then I just sit it tip up in my box right in front of me. Okay, but now we are trucking along. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to set this on top of here. I'm going to add that sentiment in a second. We'll move on to the next card. Okay, so now we need the parts for card number 2. So, like I said, they're all marked. It says right there exactly which card parts you need. You can pop up the pieces with foam tape or not, depending on whether you want volume or not volume, whether you want more dimension on your card. Okay, so this one doesn't have a shaker, so it should actually go together really quickly. So we need to stamp our sentiment. First, I'm going to poke out the little pieces out of the scallop here with my ever handy piercing tool. I have so many because I put it down and then can never find it. But okay, so now we need to decide. We can switch out this because this is obviously a large scallop circle. So, but we're going to do this set. I think I might just stick pretty close to, for this set, the pictures. And then maybe in my second set, I'll go crazy. Now I can see the tape there. So every time I use one of the stamps before I stamp it down, you'll see I'm just rubbing it on my skin just to take the manufacturing coating off of it. And I will typically, as long as I remember, test it one time before I stamp it down onto the place I want it to go. Okay, and like I said, I'm not going to add any more embellishments than what's in the kit for these ones. For my next one, I might jazz them up a little bit more. But, okay, so let's look here. So we've stamped our sentiment. Now we're going to attach the strip, and then the flower and the leaves, and then the scallop. And we're going to pop that up with 3D foam tape because we've got it. So are you guys doing any crafty stuff this weekend? I felt sorry for myself all day yesterday because nothing's changed. And then I thought, okay, today we're just going to do something productive. So I thought I'll put some cards together. Okay, so now I know this goes here and this goes up here. In other news, though, the weather has been beautiful, so I will take that. I'm not a huge fan of winter, and yes, I am going to just slightly change up my placement. But I live in like one of the coldest places for winter. That's actually so not true, but there's lots of places way colder. It just feels like that sometimes to me because I've lived in way warmer places than here. Okay. But it is beautiful today. We have we've had tons of fog the last 2 days, so there's tons of hoarfrost outside. So, okay, and then I'm going to pop these up. Okay, so I'm going to use, the insides of the shaker pieces because you have them. So you don't have to worry about having more 3D foam tape because this is already in the kit, right? So you could pop up a lot of stuff with the amount of 3D foam tape. You'll have extra in the end for sure. The boys decided to head ice fishing today. So of course the dogs think that the second I go live, they need to go outside. I can hear them ringing the bells. So pretty and so quick. Okay, so that's card number 2. We're going to go back. This is dry now. I'm going to add my sentiment across. There we go. So card number 1, card number 2. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the one that looked like the, yes, Emmy, I hear you. You're okay. Sit up in your chair. I'm thinking that she probably rang her bells because she sees the bunny in the backyard or something. So this is the one that looks like the Polaroid. And there's no shaker on this one. We just need to stamp right onto the card and then add these little extra pieces, little flowers. So I'm going to, for sure, pop up some of this. Okay, so sending prayers right here. You guys, my blocks are dirty. I need to clean them. I did a pile of stuff with Versamark so that I could emboss, and that totally makes your blocks dirty. Okay, so ink. The only problem with this little ink spot is it's going to get lost on my table for sure. Okay, so same thing. I'm just going to stamp this on my piece of paper and it looks good. So this one we are stamping directly on the card. So I'm just making sure I have a good crease there and my little foam underneath. So I didn't even pull out my Versamat or anything to do these. And there we go. I do feel like I am going to have to wet my chamois though, because I did not do that. So there's a little tab up here, and then we have the flowers. So I'll add that one flat, and then I'm going to pop the orange one up with the 3D foam tape. And okay, so see, because it's shaped, right, you get little tiny pieces that you can use in tiny spots. So I think this one, yes, Emmy finally sat down on her chair. I don't know if you guys could hear that big, huge sigh. She's mad at me. But now she's settled in for a few more cards. I think this would be super cute with some glitter on it. Like either clear sparkles or one of the glitter gems. Bluebell would look really nice on here. A little bit of embellishing thread. Okay, there we go. Card number 3, like done. So, where's my pile of cards? Yeah. These ones I will put up here in the camera view, and I'll move these. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. And this must be card number 4. So here we go. So stamp the sentiment on the circle, attach the floral die cut strip to the card base, attach the circle as shown, embellish with remaining pieces. Okay, so see, it's all pre-printed on here. You don't have to do anything, no stamping other than your sentiment for all of these. So nice and easy. Okay, so this one we need there we go. You're kind of the best ever. Just gonna put that back over there, and I will just clean everything after, I guess. I think I can just use this little block. There we go. There we go. So like I said, they're kind of fun because they're completely different than anything that's in like the current either annual or January, February idea book. And whoever has not seen, all of my workshops are now posted for everything that we have current. So I have a scrapbooking workshop for Perfect Match. There's a scrapbooking workshop up for Happiness Lives Here, for Sweet Safari, and this morning my Blossom scrapbooking workshop just went live. So everything until we have some new special is up. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. And don't forget that Close to My Heart is doing the recruiting special this month. And I can't remember the last time that we had a recruiting special. And so this one is pretty good. Pretty awesome. Goodbye 20, hello 2021. So that is available during the month of January. And everybody on my team gets all my workshops for free, has access to them. So that is a good deal. So let's fold this. And then we just attach this at the top. It's kind of fun, the little hearts that are orange. That's really different. Normally when they do hearts that you see like a pink. Maybe that's just, I'm thinking about that because it's like so close to all the Valentine's Day stuff is out now. Okay, so we have that down, and then we're going to add our sentiment. Like I said, we're just going to keep these exactly how they are illustrated. So we're not doing anything crazy. I'm going to pop this one up though on 3D foam. So see, I'm still using the pieces from that first shaker. So you've got lots of foam in there for sure. So who is doing the album retreat next weekend? I'm attending the virtual album retreat next weekend, so that will be good. I will be getting some scrapbooking pages done. Okay, I'm just gonna put that right in there like that. There we go, card number 4, done. I guess that goes that way. Okay, so now we're at card number 5. Oh, we're gonna do another shaker. Stamp the sentiment in your heart. Build your shaker. Oh, that little flower is so cute. I love that kind of like whimsical little flower. The nice big black outline. Okay, so here's our outline. So we need Let's Celebrate. So see, I'm just rubbing it on my hand to take the finish off. You just basically don't want it shiny. Like you can see the difference. So this is still shiny and this is like slightly dulled now. And so after, you still have this cute little black ink to use on other projects. Yes, so next weekend will be busy because they move at a pretty quick pace to finish the album on the weekend. So that will be fun. So basically, I'm saying don't expect to see me live next weekend. I might post some of the pages as we go, though. The whole theme for this one was perspective, so that will be fun. Okay, so I need the card base. This pretty one with a little border. So look at that, we're almost halfway through. Okay, that goes this way. We're going to add that on here. About here. Going to build another shaker just in case you missed it the first time, right? So just taking my piercing tool and I'm going to run around the outside of the shaker pieces, foam. It just makes it so much easier to pull it up without deforming the shape. So oh, I'm going to like this one, like I said. Okay, I'll just put down. It's just, the anti-static just makes it a little bit easier so you don't get flowers stuck to everything. So you will have extra of the flowers after you're finished. So you can see the difference. Once we put this on here, I'll lift the two of them up. So the iridescent pieces in here have taken on the pink versus the green from the first card we did. Okay, so don't forget there's a backing on here. So I'm just pulling the backing off the foam adhesive and putting down the top. Okay, now my liquid glass. And a little bit of liquid glass goes a long way. That is why I like to have the precision tip on there, but that's okay. So we'll add this. And I'm just going to set this over here. And then we will add these on. I'm going to add them on, I think, with liquid glue too. So they have it overhanging, so I'm just going to add adhesive on that, like that side of the heart. So not the part that's overhanging. And same with the flower. Okay, so you can see, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but these ones take on a little bit of the greenish hue from the green on the card versus these take on more of the pink from the pink behind them. So kind of fun. I'm just going to leave this on here for a second, but I'll move it up here. Okay, halfway done. Card number 6. Thanks so much. I love that everything just goes in the garbage in the end. I put them in my box of cards, and you kind of end up with like a variety of different cards. So, like I said, and typically for each card, there is more than one sentiment that will work. So if you don't need lots of thanks so much, for this one, you could have just used the just a note or love you always. Those would also fit into this exact same space, right? So there we go. And I'll just ink it up. And put it on my little scratch piece of paper here. Oh, this is a cute card base with these little tiny flowers on there. Okay. Okay, so now Emmy's standing literally, well, she's laying down right behind my feet. So let's hope I don't trip over her. I did that one day, I think last week, because she is very close behind me. Okay. I'm just moving a few of the piles out of my way. There we go. So we will just fold this card. I love that there's the little, that the pattern goes onto the back of these cards. So pretty. So like I said before, they're good if you want to, if you don't want to have all the stuff to make cards. These are a nice little quick project, and you don't need to be, you don't have to cut anything. That's kind of what I like about them. Even though I obviously make cards, these are kind of just like minimal effort, but they're turned out super pretty. Okay. The flower. And like I said, you can always add more to them if you want. So I stamped that going the wrong direction. So we're going to move my stuff over. So I will gently do that. See, always a way to fix it. And actually, that's funny because I do think I did that on the last subscription box too. But nobody will know but you guys. There we go. So that's card number 6. Okay. Just need to, as my little array of cards is growing across the top here, I need to make a little bit of room. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, card number 7. Welcome to the world. Okay, we need to just get some of this garbage off. See, this is when I'm going to step on Emmy. Okay, so card number 7. Oh, those little tags are super cute. I love this one with the little heart. So these would be perfect if you wanted to add embellishing thread, just saying. So but not everybody has the same love of embellishing thread as me. I do know that. Okay, so here is this card base, and I think we stamp on it. So see, and the splatter's already on there, the ripped edge, so you don't actually have to do anything. I'm just going to pop the little holes out here. Welcome to the world. There we go. Okay, and again, I'm just going to ink it up. You can tell I'm not used to these little tiny inks, for sure. Okay, so I need my foam under there. So you just want to be careful if you have something on the edge of your block to take it off before you stamp. So just in case, for some reason, one of the edges hit, it's not going to end up on your card. There we go. This goes down here. This is going to be a super fast card, I can see. Add this to the bottom. So now it looks like you've got 3 layers of torn paper, and we're just going to tuck these little tags behind that piece of paper. Just like that. So very cute. So that is 7. Okay, here goes 8. Here we go. So we have another one of those scallop circles. So I'll pop out the little things out of the circle here. There we go. Okay, and we need congrats. So that's right here. So this one actually has like quite a wide variety of different sentiments on it. A little bit of everything. Okay, and we will just ooh, I like that font. That is a fun one. Sorry, my watch was making noises. Okay, I think this will be our last one. And then I will throw up the pictures of the other ones. Because there we go. So card number 8. So we're like 2/3 of the way done. There we go. Okay, guys, there we go. So we're 2/3 of the way done the box. Like I said, I thought I would just jump on and assemble a few of them with you guys just to show you how quickly you can do them. So there you go. And that's what I've got for you today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.